Citizens speak out. As people continue to stand for government reforms that honor the principles of democracy, human rights, and greater freedoms, they gather in cities throughout Bahrain, Egypt, Greece, Libya, Oman, Pakistan, Palestine, Saudi Arabia, Syria, and Yemen.
Bahrain. In a televised speech Wednesday, King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa announced that after consulting with the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, he is forming an independent committee to launch an intensive investigation into all the events of unrest earlier this year, including alleged violent suppression of protesters by government forces.
Egypt. In unrest that began Tuesday and extended into the following day, over 1,000 people were injured in Cairo's Tahrir Square as police clashed with around 5,000 protesters. The unrest stemmed from people's frustration over the slow pace of bringing police to justice for acts of brutality committed during the January-February upheaval, as well as protesters' demands for the former regime's accountability in areas such as corruption. Of the injured, 120 had to be treated at a hospital, with Prime Minister Essam Sharaf promising an investigation into the violence.
Saudi Arabia. 4 more women were arrested for driving on Tuesday by religious police in the country's second-largest city of Jeddah, while another woman was arrested that evening. According to Ms. Iman Al-Nafjan, an online author and member of the coalition Saudi Women for Driving, all the women were later released. A statement on the coalition's website said that such incidents as these would not stop Saudi women from driving in the future.
Pakistan. According to a report from the UK-based Financial Times, Pakistani Defense Minister Chaudhry Ahmed Mukhtar stated that his country is resuming control of operations at the Shamsi Air Base in Balochistan, with the US being told that no more unmanned drone attacks would be conducted from the airbase.
Oman. 55 people in Oman were issued jail sentences on Tuesday, June the 28th, for their participation in protests between the months of March and May, where they had called for improved jobs, with the court finding them guilty of robbery, unlawful gathering, and vandalizing government departments.
Greece. Union members began a peaceful 48-hour strike on Tuesday in continued protest of efforts by Prime Minister Georgios Papandreou to bring the country out of financial crisis through budget reductions that would qualify the country for loans from private investors, the European Union, and the International Monetary Fund. The strikes turned violent when a group of youths began hurling masonry chips torn off of buildings, injuring 20 police. 8 protesters were also injured in the scuffle that followed, with many more treated for respiratory difficulties due to tear gas, and 18 who were arrested.
Yemen. On Tuesday, at least 3 people were killed as Yemeni military forces attacked several villages near Sana'a, belonging to tribes who are calling for President Ali Abdullah Saleh to step aside.
Meanwhile, Yemeni government forces have been making daily attacks on the armed groups that seized control of 3 southern towns since the end of May. On Wednesday, a government airstrike accidentally killed 4 innocent citizens, injuring at least 12 others in Zinjibar during clashes that in total claimed the lives of 26 Yemeni troops and 17 armed men. Libya. Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, or ICC, in The Hague, the Netherlands, Luis Moreno Ocampo, urged Libyan aides to assist in the arrest of leader Colonel Muammar Gaddafi, saying that this would help more swiftly resolve the nation's crisis.
As we mourn the precious lives lost and the distress of many others, we pray for the strife in all countries to subside, with citizens everywhere deciding to live in shared safety, dignity and peace. الحمد لله رب